Welcome back to Spa Business Mastery Podcast. My name is Kirsten, and I'm so glad you're here if this is the first time that you are here listening. So once a month, we have my Director of Marketing, Delia, come on and talk to us about all things spa marketing. This particular episode, we want to tackle the topic of email marketing, but more specifically, we want to talk about email opt-ins, which I know all of you have used an email opt-in. Somebody else's email opt-in. But we're going to get into what an email opt-in looks like, especially for the spa industry and how it works. But Delia, I think you'd agree with me that most spa owners that we have connected with hate email marketing. They would actually seem to rather do social media marketing than pick up their email marketing consistently.
Right. I know they do. And the reason why they hate email marketing is because it feels like a lot of work. And, if you don't know what it is that you should be marketing, what you should be emailing out as far as marketing goes, then it can get pretty confusing. But I just really want to point out that as much as it seems like a lot of work, it really isn't. And it is still one of the best ways to communicate with your clients, because, and we'll get into this a little bit more, but you've got that audience that is interested already in what you've got. They're the ones that have signed up for your email list. So it's just a great opportunity to continue that relationship building with them.
Now, traditionally, email marketing, like how consumers got on a spa email list,
yes,
that they were customers, they were clients that actually came into the brick and mortar business and they have become a client and they are now on your email list. But what we want to share with you is that in the coaching and consulting and digital marketing world, for anything else, any kind of widget or product or, even skincare, those bigger companies have really learned and tapped into and keep tweaking their email marketing because it's proven. There's so much data that it's a proven way to, whoever's on your list already knows, likes and trusts you. So what we want to do today is expand on that, that knowing that having an email list means that it's now a warm group of people for you, rather than cold. So a cold audience would be somebody like people you've never seen on social media. They don't follow you. They just happen to maybe see a post that was shared by a friend, or you have an ad that they've clicked on. They've never seen you before. Delia, can you dive into just a little bit what a warm audience is and does for businesses?
Yeah. So like you just said, it's an audience that already knows a little bit about you. They don't necessarily have to be purchasing from you, but they know enough about you that they're interested to want to learn more. So, and as far as opt-ins go and how that works with email marketing is, they're interested in what you have to offer in the opt-in, and then they get onto your list. And so they're already interested and they want to hear more from you. So connecting more about your business, we'll get into kind of what an opt-in series would look like, but it gives you the opportunity to continue to communicate with them after the fact. And so even with, just back to your point, Kirsten, where you were saying that often we get our email list built through the clients coming into our spas. By having an opt-in on your website, you're actually giving yourself an opportunity to reach an even larger audience. So you don't just have to rely on the clients you already have in your business. It's giving you a chance to build on that. And again, giving those potential customers the choice, right? The choice you're not forcing anything on them. You're not spamming them. You're giving them a choice to connect with you.
Absolutely. So the other reason why we wanted to talk about an email opt-in as part of your email marketing and as part of your overall under your marketing umbrella is because we've also been talking on the previous month's podcast about launching events and having events. And so this is also prompting us to make sure the clients that we already have who are that we'll be putting together a launch for them in the late fall, we now are starting to work on building their email list and warming up that email list so that when they do have an event, And then when they want to do like Facebook ads or Instagram ads to drive traffic to the event, it's a much bigger email audience rather than they're just their little brick and mortar. And what I love about having an opt-in is for those spas that have chosen to offer virtual services, when you have an opt-in, it allows people to get onto your email list. You're not stuck just with your regular brick and mortar location, like with your city. You can go all over North America. Mm-hmm. So let's maybe dive right into, like, we need to explain what an opt-in is exactly, and what it looks like for the spa industry. So I'll let you do that.
So as Kirsten said, you've likely already opted into maybe some of your favorite companies' email lists. And so you're probably on a lot of email lists, and you'll see those pop-ups when you go to their website. So an opt-in is something that you would put on your website as a pop-up, as an incentive to, we call it in the marketing world, it's an ethical bribe. So it's an exchange for their email address for something of value. So you're going to give them something of value in exchange for their name and email. And that could include a gift with purchase, an add-on or a discount to first-time clients. And this can be for in-spa or virtual services. You could also even do how-tos. So if you're an acne clinic, or you're acne specialist, or you have a lot of brides that come in, you can give them how-tos. So how to prep your skin for your wedding, how to, any acne facts, anything like that, that would help to educate them on, taking them to the next steps through their treatment, how they can solve their problems, and how you can help them. And so it's giving them that educational piece as opposed to selling.
Yeah.
Just providing
value. Yeah. And, it's fairly well known in the marketing world that consumers hate to be sold to. They hate it, but they love to buy. Yes. So, and this really dovetails nicely with the spa industry, because all of us in the spa industry, we hate selling. we hate selling,
and we love to give. So this is a nice way to reach your goals of bringing in new clients, because we know that one of the biggest hurdles is getting new clients. And we know you want them, and we know that you likely need them. And this is a great way to do that, so that you are getting a warmer audience on your list that is ready to learn more about you and to purchase. And so when you have your opt-in on your website and they opt in, what this does is it then follows with a welcome series, and that it's an automated welcome series that kickstarts once they've opted in. And so what happens in the welcome series is it helps to nurture. So you get an automated email series with the offer. So a welcome, and thanks for signing up, and here's your offer. And then we start a nurture sequence. Mm-hmm. And through that nurture sequence, we're dripping, between 6 to 12 emails over time. And what this does is it just shares a little bit more about who you are as a business, why they should trust you as an expert in your industry, and how you can help them solve their problems. So again, we're not selling anything. We're just letting them, we're giving them more about who you are and how you can serve.
And those nurture emails, that sequence of emails, I just want to really hit home. There's only one or two places, one or two of those emails that are actually a selling email. The rest of those emails are dripping out a story about, how you got to where you are and why you serve the people you serve. So we just want to be really clear, like, it's not 6 to 12 selling emails. That is like no go, hard stop, do not do. This is about nurturing in a relationship style via email. And it's automated so that each person that opts in, everybody gets the same email sequence. So everybody's getting that same messaging.
And the beauty of this is that once you have it set up, you don't have to do any legwork. So it just basically puts another aspect of your marketing on autopilot for you, and allows you to generate, more views, more eyeballs on your business. And one of the other things too, like if you're already not consistently email marketing on a regular basis, throwing out a whole bunch of emails and trying to, it's just poor form. You have to.
Well, it's like all of a sudden, like, we see this all the time. Like, the spa owners don't like sending out regular emails. It feels like a lot of work, but then they need to send out a whole bunch of emails to get enough people to come to their event, or enough, people to sell product to. But then it comes across as really silly and salesy and yucky. And I know, and owners don't like that either. So there's that piece of friction and why it feels like friction.
Yeah. So, these email opt-ins help again, and it puts everything on autopilot. And even the, there's so many email automations out there, and even the basic email platforms like MailChimp, they have really, really simple tutorials for new users in the automation piece of it. It's, drop and drag, very easy. And it definitely gives it helps to give the spa owner and the spa consistent client attraction opportunities, and it allows you to be able to scale your business. This is a great opportunity to scale.
So if you don't understand what the difference between scaling and growing is, I did a podcast in August specifically on that topic. What is like the difference between growing versus scaling? So if you are unfamiliar with the difference in those terms, I want you to go back to that podcast and have a listen, because when you're scaling, the short story is when you're scaling, it's not as much work as traditional growth initiatives are.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and for the spa industry, time is money. And, we know that owners and managers are super crunched for time. And so that is why we, as, kind of spa digital marketers, we keep beating the drum about automation and putting things on autopilot, because it's really the only way to scale the business without feeling crazy as a spa owner, like you've got way too much on the go in business, never mind your family and personal life, right?
Yes. Yeah. So be trying to, put together, regular, like 6 to 12 emails at a time and manually be sending them out. No, get it into automation. And, there's a little bit of legwork that has to happen initially in the beginning. And like Kirsten had said, you're not selling. So there's very strategic pieces that should go into this nurture sequence. And it just keeps taking that relationship through, keeps dripping them through. They keep learning more about you. And at the end of it, they're typically ready to buy if they haven't already.
Yeah. And it's having an email opt-in and a nurture sequence really, it's automated, it makes it easier for spa owners, but B, it's the kind of marketing that spa owners, once it gets going, it feels good, right?
Yes.
Because it is nurturing, and it's not just selling. It's nurturing and relationship building. It's not just all about selling. So, Delia, can you do a little quick recap about our topic today?
Yeah, so we had talked about how the email list builds interest in your buyers, even if they haven't purchased from you yet. And I think the key to this is that it shows that they chose to get on your email list, which is really important. And it means that they're already more invested in you than a cold social media audience. They've opted into your business and they want to find out more. So, and when they find out more, it gives you the time and opportunity to build more trust and credibility before you even sell, and also helps you prep, because we talked about events. It helps you build more of an email list so that when you're ready to launch your event, you have more opportunity on there to get more people to show up.
Well, because really, when it comes to events and selling at events, it's a numbers game.
It is, and you need those numbers.
You simply have to have enough people to market to. And if you have a nice, warm audience on your email list, that is absolutely golden in terms of marketing.
Yeah, and it is a numbers game, because there's a conversion, right? So we don't need to get into all that, but you do need to have enough on your list to be able to have, because you want to make a certain amount of revenue from your event. So you need to have you need to have a quality audience as well.
So this topic is really, it's a topic about, we really want spa owners to get kind of get on the bandwagon with their email marketing, and having an email opt-in and nurture sequence is one of those tactics. But the other reason why we're talking about this right now in September is that many of you are having, planning events at the end of November, and you need to get on things right now when it comes to It might even be a little bit too late right now, but if you're planning if you have a spring event, this is the perfect time because you'll have enough time to get your opt-in organized and your nurture sequence written and uploaded to your email platform, and have enough time to even try some Facebook ads, sending people to your opt-in. You'll have enough time to generate that bigger audience.
Yes.
So,
and it's important to know that, so we have a time frame that we know is necessary to put together a successful launch, and that's an 8-week timeline. But we also know that there's, depending on what you've been doing already in your business, we also know that there's likely some pre-work that you have to do. So, and this is the pre-work that we're talking about. So if you don't have enough on your email list, then and you're also looking to scale your business that way as well and getting new clients. So, I mean, you kind of have this Kirsten, you like the trifecta, but I mean, I'm sure there's more. It could be I'm not sure, it could be a 12 opportunity, but there's so many opportunities in here, not just from an event perspective, but just for an ongoing relationship building with your clients. And when you do have those events, if you've got those opt-ins happening on a regular basis, then you're continually building that list. You can't go wrong with it. So it's just a great way to save time and money in your business. And it is one of the, email marketing is tried and true. It has been around forever. It's not going anywhere. And it is one of the best ways to connect with your customers, especially on an emotional level, because it allows you to connect with them. And you can also, personalize it. So you can send personal messages and speak to them from, human being to human being, so that they know that you're a real person. They know that you care. They know that you're there to help, and you're letting them know what, how you can serve them and what you can offer to help support them.
All right. So, dear Spawn owner, if you have been listening to this and going, right, I need to get on this. And if you don't have time or you cannot be bothered, because we get it, it's a whole other thing and mental bandwidth and learning curve. If you can't be bothered, this is what we do on the agency side with our digital marketing clients. Is we do email opt-in creations. We write the nurture sequences, we upload them to your email platform, test it all. So if that's something that's in your wheelhouse right now, as far as needing to get done, we can do it for you.
You can.
All right. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Spa Business Mastery. If you enjoyed the episode, we would love it if you left a review. And if you wanted to share it with somebody, we would super appreciate that as well. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.